I'm looking forward to this one. So, picked up my third copy of this set early this year, same as the first two, and did a third round of 7 days, 7 builds. Honestly, I did have a much harder time with it, just like on the grounds that I'd used up a lot of my good ideas already, but a lot of the builds from this one ended up being really cool. So to demonstrate that, let's start with the first one. Don't know where else to really start. Or else doesn't really work, right? Anyway, time lapse. And here we have the Shima. Original goal for this one wasn't actually a bike, so much as a bike and sidecar. I figured that, yeah, there's probably the parts available for that. And then the sidecar got absorbed into the bike, which just ended up being cool enough that it doesn't really need anything else. So, minifig goes on to the... Oh. Just swivel this a bit. Minifig then goes onto the bottom two studs. Line everything up. And there we go. So, and design-wise, this is designed to just look the part, you know, more so than anything else. Can this come down any further? Yeah. Yeah, I think this is it. Anyway, so yeah, the Shima is designed basically to look the part. I used a lot of the hinges rather than for moving parts for shaping purposes and getting angles that would be difficult to achieve otherwise. You know, like for example, the rear cowling, the getting this part to line up with the underside, and then a lot of swivels to get the body to its current shape. And the result is it looks really unusual and dynamic, but actually isn't really that complicated to build. You know, and you just see the time lapse, unless you skipped it. Plenty of leftover parts. And it only uses rough estimate about 2/3 of the set. That makes it the most useful 2/3 there, but still. So, you have tail lights here, engine here, exhaust ports here, and a couple of fins for partly for steering, partly just for aesthetic purposes. The Shima then, I mean, obviously is it's fairly obvious what inspired this. There'll be an image on screen right now. They even got referencing that directly. And the name is even taken from one of the characters. I forget if it's Tetsuo or Kaido, but one of them has either the first name or surname is Shima. And I figured, yeah, that's a good name for a hoverbike. It's like one part the really cool bike, one part I guess there's a little bit of Star Wars speeder bike influence in there with sort of the back end being shaped as it is. So, that, I believe, about covers this one, and I will see you next week for something unusual, one of the weirder designs that I ended up with. Not my outright favourite, I will say, but I still like it. It's got things on it. It's got stuff going on that I still think is kind of cool. Anyway, most importantly, instructions.
you.